This message is for you when you are ready to have a quantum leap in your life. The quantum leap is going to happen when you are going through a huge instant timeline shift. And what that means is that your identity is going to crumble, crush, and dissolve so that the new you emerges like the phoenix rising through the ashes. But you have to prepare yourself for the burning down into the ashes moment. Do not fool yourself that it's la-di-da-di-da. Things will collapse. Listen to me. Hear this. Things will collapse. Relationship, job, money, anything, health. The things are going to collapse in your life, even unrelated things. Why? Is because the old structures, the old paradigms cannot sustain the new frequency that you're bringing through. The new identity, the version of you who is perfectly aligned to receive that relationship, that home, that income, that money, that lifestyle, that body, that health. It's not that version of you now. And it's not that version of you prior. So maybe, just maybe, things just have to change a little bit. But the thing here is that if you are asking the universe for a quantum leap, an instant timeline change for instant manifestation, you have to allow the divine orchestration to happen. You hear me? The divine orchestration needs to happen. People need to be moved around. Things need to break before it becomes whole again. And maybe you're crying now why your boyfriend is all of a sudden cheating on you, breaking up with you. Why is your job demoting you and firing you out of the blue? You've been working there for 20 years. And it's because you're meant for more. It's because there's something bigger, greater, more aligned. And because you asked for it. You didn't ask for the demotion. You didn't ask for the breakup. You didn't ask for the cheating. But inside of you, you said, I want this kind of life. I want this kind of love. I want this kind of lifestyle. I want this kind of money, honey. And so the universe needs to break things that are not aligned. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because you want it to work out with that guy, that girl, that home, that job. But what if it's not it? And what if you needed to learn the lessons? Because you do. To become the kind of person who makes that kind of money, you need to have some character being built within you. Maybe it's boundaries. Maybe it's knowing how to protect your energy, how to not overgive, how to know your worth and value, how to not undercharge. These are skills that maybe you're being put through the mud right now, the training wheels. And you say you want to get married and you say you want kids and you want this beautiful family. But right now you're dealing with situationship and you know that person is a freaking situationship. But then you are like, a red flag? Where? I don't see it. I cover my eyes. And maybe you need to take off the blinders. They're not the one. And maybe it's a hard pill to swallow because you have invested 5-10 years with this person. But what if they're not the one? What if inside of you, you already knew from the first red flag that they're not the one? But you settled. But you give in. Same with friendship and network. You say you need them. Are they adding to your life? Or are they taking your time and energy? And because you're so good at shutting down your level of awareness, because you have that ability, so that you can have this person's company, you can have the consistent income from that job that is not aligned, so that you can have things to be comfortable. But comfort is really a trap. It's not the true comfort, is it? The true comfort is your divine alignment of love, of peace, of harmony, of joy, of wholeness. That is the true comfort. When you are in alignment with who you are and what you are in your divine essence. But all of these things is killing your soul slowly, and you know it. Because the more you're faking to be liked, to be loved, to be paid, to be accepted, parts of you die. And you want more, you're going crazy, and you're like being depressed, and you don't know why. Well, I think you know why. It's because this life is not true for you. These things are unaligned. That's why your spirit is uneasy. It's giving you a sign. And until you put your foot down and you say, enough, it's effing enough, you're not gonna move. Because emotions is the energy in motion, the energy that will put you in motion. If you're not having enough, if you're not angry, if you're not just done, you're not going to put your foot down. You're not going to shut the door. You're going to say, I quit. You're not going to have that. You're just going to be in this cycle again. So it's okay right now that you're feeling raging and angry. It's good. It's good to do something with that anger and allowing that anger and frustration to move you, not sit in it and perpetuate and self-numb. Do something about it. Walk away. Shut the door. Say never again. Is it time yet, or is it time yet? So if you have the audacity to ask the universe, God, whatever, source, whatever, I want a quantum shift. I'm ready for a new me. I'm ready for this kind of money, this kind of relationship, this kind of life. I want things to be 10 out of 10. Honey, there's some levels right now that you gotta hoop through. So don't be out here sitting on the floor crying when things fall apart. Well, you can cry, of course. We have emotions. Cry, but get the F back up and know why they are falling apart. So just remember that this message is coming through asking you to expect fallout, expect crumbles, because the quantum shift can only happen after the quantum crumble. Allow things to fall, baby. Allowing things to come down, burn down to the ashes. Allow your old self, your false self, your never was self to be burned down into nothingness, so that you may become everything that you wish for, everything that you pray for, and become the one that you've always been seeking for. And it was always you. It was always you, baby. It was always you. You are the miracle. You are the one. Let me know what comes through for you. This is Tina Wong, and I love you so much.